In London, when the sun comes out, people tend to head for their nearest park. Some relax, making the most of the good weather, whilst others take the chance to do a spot of gentle exercise. On Clapham Common, a group of men are preparing to play a sport invented by the British Army.
Rugby netball started in 1907. After the Boer War, the troops were based on Clapham Common, and they were going around wrecking all the pubs and what have you, and they invented the sport basically to keep them calm. That's why it's only played here.
Combining rugby with a sport predominantly played by women has produced the inevitable banter.
You get the usual kind of, do you wear dresses, do girls play, Jim's the usual stuff, where do you play goal attack, and I just say come down and play.
The sport has been described as a cross between rugby, basketball, netball and football. Basically find the net and you can't go wrong.
I'll stay back in defence.
Tell me.
The rules are, the do's and don'ts are,
Yeah.
sorry I'm eating, but neither that. Don't shirt pull.
Okay.
Do not use your feet at any time at all.
Yeah.
Tackles from waist really above,
So
below neck,
can't
between
tap
here.
tackle?
No tap tackling.
Oh, so you can't go below the hips?
Well, about here and upwards really,
Okay,
but no
yeah.
tap tackling. I say no shirt pulling,
Yeah.
pass the ball in any direction, there's no offsides,
Yeah.
and just try and score some nets.
How easy to shoot?
Very difficult.
Rugby players make up the majority of the teams, although some have simply joined up after seeing a match for the first time. Every summer they take part in a hotly contested league. They may be mates off the pitch, but cross that line and friendships are put on hold. It's a fast and furious game with more strategy involved than first meets the eye.
There's no kicking, no scrummaging, rucking or mauling. In fact, in total, I think there's a dozen rules. But scoring is not easy. Apart from anything else, if you stop and stand still to take a shot, you're going to get somebody's shoulder in the kidneys.
The rules are fiendishly simple, and like all simple things, the devil is in actually how you execute those. So as you'll see, there's a lot of complex plays going on. There's a lot of guys play off the ball, making space, being back in defence. Quite different from rugby in that sense, but it's a much more total field coverage.
In the 1920s, crowds of over 20,000 would turn up to watch, but interest in the sport tailed off after the Second World War, although there were still enough teams for 4 divisions. But it was the winds of change that swept rugby in the mid-90s that really affected the game.
Unfortunately, professionalism, where it's slipped down through the lower clubs as well, has meant that people are training much earlier, the season's finishing much later, and people need a break. People need a break, they're taking knocks all through the season, and it's difficult to come and play rugby netball, to encourage them to come along, take contact again on a hard surface, when they need a rest for a couple of months before the season starts again.
The occasional professional player still turns up, but it will be a long time before the game moves beyond its South London base.
It'd be nice to play other teams or see other teams come and play. We have had a lot of people from Australia and New Zealand that come over here, played the game and taken it home and really enjoyed themselves. Maybe it's played over there now.
Unfortunately for Mark and Charles, their team Concorde could not prevent opponents Taverners from claiming the league title.
Great season, yeah, that's 10 games in a row, we've won all 10 out of 10. The boys have been awesome all season, and that's actually 10 league championships for us in a row now, so a massive effort, the first time we've gone unbeaten in 6 years.
And as for any female trying to play netball on their pitch, heaven forbid.
Next week, as the Tri-Nations takes a breather, former Wallaby